What's up, weirdo? Shade Tree Surgeon here, and today we're taking off on the Buell, but we also have a very special guest appearance. My man in from New York City, baby. Troy, and well, I can't forget Jamie too. I'm like, Jamie lives here though. Anyway, let's go ride motorcycles.
Hell yeah.
Well, I was gonna ride the Buell and have Troy ride the VMAX, but the Buell's still fast. You ever ride a Buell?
Yeah.
All right, well, I guess it's not that exciting. So I was trying to lay off a Shea Lisi's big red Goldwing over here. The VMAX isn't starting, so yeah, due to my own negligence and not keeping bikes running, we're hopping on her bike again. Take it easy. Oh, my man Troy has to deal with the pedestrians on his motorcycle in New York City, so the professional jaywalkers here in Tampa ain't gonna bother him none. Dude, it started out as a joke, me sitting here talking about how I was riding Shea Lisi's Goldwing all the time. Dude, I'm like a goldfish. I have all these broken motorcycles. You know, like a goldfish will just grow large enough to fit inside its tank. They just like use up all of their resources. That's like me. I'm the goldfish. I just slowly creep into all the bikes that are running. I need to stop being enabled. This is Shea Lisi's fault, really. It's Shea Lisi's fault for buying a new bike that works just fine, okay? It's not my fault. She's enabling me by having motorcycles that work, so I just kind of keep creeping to the ones that start when you push the button. Anybody's fault but mine. That's really what I'm trying to say here. Coming into September, man, it's starting to get nice here in Florida. I know a lot of people will say September still sucks, but September, we're just coming into Florida's riding season, and I can feel the wind caressing me. I can feel what we call fall, which is like most other people's summer. I can feel that coming on in the air, and I love it. Uh-oh, did I put Troy on another bum bike? I keep trying to use this thing. Dude, I got nothing against Zero 3D. I think they make the best cup holders in the world. I love the big ass cup holder, but their phone mounts, I'm sorry, I'm a Rockform man. I think it just works so much better. Dude, I also gave Troy my helmet, which is probably like 2 sizes too big on him right now. We always love it when Troy comes down to visit. That's why I put him on a sketchy bike, because I'm a good friend. That's what friends do. They put their friends on horrendous, dangerous, sketchy bikes that they don't know anything about, right? Oh yeah, the shock's fucked up. I forgot about that.
I was like, oh my god. I feel like it could have been a Indo.
Oh shit, dude. All right, well, good thing we're parking it. Sorry about that. Don't worry, I've got like a slightly safer bike to put you on at Forgotten Angels. Slightly safer. Dude, that thing looks worse than the Springer front end. Dude, you know what's really annoying? Is I bought that helmet because I thought it would make me look cool. I was like, oh, I want a cool guy helmet, but I just look like a tryhard. But you actually look really cool in that helmet. It's infuriating. Yeah, I kind of forgot that the rear shock on the Buell is completely blown out, needs to be rebuilt. So I didn't realize that it was bouncing up and down like a pogo stick on the highway, though. Dude, those new Corvettes straight up be looking like fucking Ferraris, man. Ferrari's like, wait just a goddamn minute there, Chevrolet.
Jamie grew up right here, and I grew up right there.
No shit, did you guys know each other when you were kids?
Listen, guys, never trust anyone because they have long-term friends.
Dude, I know a lot of people like that. So my grandpa always said, if you look around and you think everyone surrounding you is an asshole, it's probably you. Time to look inward. People keep fucking you over. Everyone in your life fucks you over. Guess what? It might be you, Chief.
All back right now. I grew up like, I fought and did drugs all over this place.
You know, you're just like bringing back nothing but memories of finger banging in Dad's truck. I told David 40 minutes, about an hour and a half ago. So I told you I'd be here at, 12:75.
Based on your schedule, you're 5 minutes out.
Thank you. Another enabler. Look at that. Troy's gotten the full tour of Forgotten Angels. He's actually never been here before, and he's never been to Sign and Bind, and he's never ridden a Pan America. Dude, hell yeah. My man out in the T-bucket. Dude, everyone's bringing out the toys today. Come on, baby. When you come to a stop, it automatically lowers itself. Isn't that fucking wild? You'll never feel it happening, but it automatically lowers so your knees are bent. And then when you start moving, it raises itself up. Yeah, that thing makes power, dude. I think those Pan Americas are making, what, like 150 horsepower or something? Out of control. Things that feels as fast as a sport bike. Of course, like, sport bikes these days are making like 200 horsepower. I mean, as fast as a sport bike from like 2006, but still. Fast. Oh shit, they might be, are they closed today? Hey Ty, are you closed today? Don't let me stop you, man. I know you don't get a whole lot of those. It's good to see you, man.
Sorry to hear about your buddy, man.
Anyway, I'll let you enjoy your day off, man. We'll catch up with you soon. Yeah, let's tie. It's his place. I can't blame him for taking a day off. You can go tomorrow. Take your dad here or something. I don't know.
Is the Latin grill open?
The fuck?
Yeah. This is a first, man, and I did not expect to find this first at Brandon's own Latin Grill because the Steinenbein is
How do you
closed.
trust people with this? Like, see you,
Dude.
the reveal. I've been waiting for this. Oh God in heaven.
Oh, dude, it's a real one too. Damn, man.
Like a crab cake?
Yeah.
David, I would have never come here. You got freaking pineapple, coconut, mojitos, crab cakes with real crab in it. Sometimes you get them, there's just breading, man.
They know what's up, dude.
Yeah. I love when you come to a Spanish place and they have crystal. Yeah, all right, from the outside. Just saying, you wouldn't expect a presentation of mussels like this, okay? Looks about as inauspicious as the Steinenbein does.
Yeah,
so
really.
yeah, Latin Grill, the new stop. Grilled mussels, chorizo, in tomato sauce with a presentation. Looks like it's right out of frickin' Gordon Ramsay's.
I know, doesn't it?
Delicious. I got the fish, dude.
Did you look at that punk?
It's actually my first time eating a whole fish like this. And I figured I would do it with David and Troy because they've both eaten fish like this before. And I want to be able to order it later and look like I know what I'm talking about, look very cultured. A man of the world, and be like, oh yes, of course, I always get the entire fish. So they're teaching me how to eat it.
If you're a man of the world, eat the eye.
Eat that.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Oh, there were olives in the picture. Delicious. Latin Grill, get the snapper. Well, I just had a big old long heart-to-heart with David from Forgotten Angels, and let me tell you what, sometimes a heart-to-heart with David is exactly what the mind, body, and soul needs. And now, I think I'm gonna go pick up Cassidy because we've got an automatic Rebel 1100 right here, and Cassidy keeps telling me that she really wants to learn how to ride a motorcycle. Not that she minds riding on the back, she says she doesn't mind it, but a girl like that, I think she's more into piloting her own vessel.
You'll come to a stop, and then you'll just press this button here. It's gonna seem really trivial, but we're gonna go really super slow, so you never become a YouTube meme or a video. I want you to see if you can move the motorcycle 1 or 2 inches. Okay, go ahead. Slower. There you go. That's your wheelhouse. So down, again, a little more. Now go up full foot. There you go. See how fast that went?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and creepy weirdos of all ages, it's the return of the Dung Beetle. Dung Beetle making its triumphant, if somewhat smelly, return. We have summoned it forth from the depths of the deepest, darkest septic tank for one reason. That's because the wizard, Shade Tree, has been challenged. Glove slap, baby. The gauntlet has been thrown. Pistols at dawn, knave. Adam Sandoval has once again called your boy out. Adam called me up and said, listen up, Shade Tree, you ain't got a hair on your ass if you don't come down to the Flatheads Campground at the Eureka Springs Bike Meet, Bike Blues and Barbecue, and come down and run a gold wing on my hill climb. He goes, I'm riding a fat boy up it, you can ride a gold wing up it. Listen up, Adam, my ass is incredibly hairy. Hundreds, nay, thousands of hairs adorn it, and we're building this gold wing to go to the Flatheads Campground. So when I originally envisioned the Dung Beetle, it was supposed to be kind of like the ultimate hipster build. Nothing on it was supposed to actually work. Off-road accoutrements for looks only, like like a real bike build. But now that I actually have to do a hill climb on it, we're gonna have to do a few things to the Dung Beetle that actually work. I know, completely against the ethos of the build, completely against what it stands for in the first place, but a challenge is a challenge. I can't abide for Adam Sandoval to sit here and say, I have the bare, beautiful, naked ass of a little boy. No, I'm gonna make him count every single hair on my buttocks. They are deep, black, plentiful, and coarse hirsute. I might have the brain of a baboon, but I got the ass of a goat. And since I really don't want to have a 1,000-pound motorcycle falling on top of my head during a hill climb, let's do something about this. Plus, I'm also going to ride this motorcycle there, so I kind of wanted to also make it home. A big issue for me already on this motorcycle is the seat. I know a lot of you guys out there ride Gold Wings. A lot of people who've watched the channel for a long time, you guys have already scored older Gold Wings. I will tell you, the biggest drawback for me with this generation, the GL 1000, 1100, and 1200, is the seat. I hate the way these seats are set up, and I have to modify any of them that I have. So this was gonna happen already. Now it's just happening a little bit sooner. You see, I'm not really that tall. I'm about 5'12 and a half, but even then, I'm a little too tall for this bike. The rider triangle puts my knees up too high, and it's just not a comfortable ride. Also, the seat slopes you forward a little bit, the way it's shaped. It's almost shaped to have you in a little bit of more of a sport touring setup, and I don't like it, especially if we're taking this thing off-road. So I'm gonna take the seat to a guy, and I'm gonna have him refoam it, and I'm basically gonna have him make it into a bench seat, with the entire seat being as tall as the passenger pillion. That ought to make standing up on the motorcycle easier, and it'll also really loosen up my rider triangle and make for a way more comfortable ride. So the front forks on this thing are already what we'll call, not ideal, as in they're roached. I don't really want these air shocks on here anyway. This is a 39mm front end, and I got a couple of Sportster fork tubes around. Stands to reason, if these are clamping on 39mm Showa tubes, then the Sportster front end should work. A lot of people might say, why would you ruin this Honda by putting a Harley-Davidson front end on it? Well, they're both made by the same company, okay? They're both 39mm Showa front ends. This one just happens to have some weird, like, high-speed anti-dive stuff from the 80s. What's superior about the Sportster front end in this application, again, they're basically the same front end, is I'm going to eliminate the air shock portion of this. I'm going to eliminate the anti-dive. I'm going to eliminate the rear brake, activating the front brake and the rear brake at the same time. Having linked brakes off-road is not the best. What it also opens me up for is the traction dynamics suspension that I have on my Dirtster. So I can get springs that are set up for my weight, I can get dampening rods that allow for more travel, and I can get Racetech valving for them that's set up for the kind of riding I'm planning on doing on this bike. Most importantly though, it's going to allow me to run a 19-inch front rim. Right now, this has an 18 on it, and these Kenda big blocks, well, they might be okay off-road. I've never really tried that hard with them. The problem is, this is a rear tire on the front because it's 18 inches, and nobody makes an 18-inch front ADV tire. Having a 19-inch front rim with a Sportster front end is going to open up a lot more options for me for a front tire, and hopefully one that doesn't want to shake the whole bike apart above 70 miles an hour. Ah, yes, the belly of the beast. There is a whole lot of exposed aluminum under there, and there's probably going to be a lot of rocks on this hill climb. I'm going to have some sort of protection, or else I'm going to bust a hole in that case and send all that oil back from whence it came to the earth. And because your boy Shade Tree is now a giant baby and can't live without a windshield, because if we're going to do a few thousand miles on the road, you know, it ain't all going to be off-road, baby. We're going to have to do some highways, and I cut a wide profile, okay? I take up a lot of real estate out there on the earth, so, and I know they don't want to admit it, but this is what peak male performance looks like, and peak male performance, it tends to catch wind like a parachute above 70 miles an hour. 30 and a half, roughly, but everything about this whole thing is going to be roughly. Let's see here. What are we working with? And bottom to top, we are roughly over here looking at 31 and a half. Not gonna say no to the ground clearance, but I also don't want to make it too tall and just mess up all the geometry with the rear shocks, because we're on a time crunch here, and I really don't think I got time to make custom shocks from Racetech for this thing, so we got to make what we got work. Well, as far as the skid plate goes, I got kind of lucky. So they actually make a skid plate for a GL 1800. I don't know why they do, but they do. Made out of genuine Chinesium, ordered off of eBay. Anyway, figured since it was for Goldwing already, it'd probably already be the right kind of shape, and I'd save myself some fabrication time. And I was right. I'm gonna have to make it fit. I'm gonna have to, you know, do a little bit of this, a little bit of that to make this work. I think I'm gonna weld a couple of tabs right here and bolt it into the frame right there. And back here, I'm just gonna get some U-bolts and hook it to the exhaust, and this is gonna work like a champ. You know, whenever you can let someone else do the hard work for you, let them do the hard work for you. As far as the windshield goes, I've got this windshield here that is originally for a Pan America. I think I'm going to be able to make a little bit of bracketry and it's going to fit up here just fine. Whether that just absolutely buffets the hell out of my helmet or not, I guess we'll have to see. But I think it's going to be all right. I can deal with a little helmet buffeting, honestly. What's really going to keep you from getting completely fatigued is keeping wind off your torso. So that's what I'm aiming for with this thing. Well, awesome. Looks like I have my work cut out for me. So let's pick up the rack. Actually, I really can't do anything tonight. So all this requires getting other parts, and it's very late right now. So I guess we'll check back in tomorrow. Well, guys, that's going to actually about do it for this video. Not really ready to start on the Dung Beetle just yet. And I also don't know if I'm even going to be able to make it work. What I do know is I am going to go hang out with all of y'all at Blues Bikes and Barbecue in Eureka Springs at Adams Campground Flathead. So let me know if y'all are going to be there. Who's heading out for that? I know that's a big one and I've never been to it, so I'm stoked to go. Let me know if you're going to Flatheads. Let me know if you're going to run what you brung on the hill climb. Adam Sandoval must pay. Must pay me a little bit of attention. I really like Adam. He's a good dude. Huge thanks to everybody who's already pre-ordered a Pondering the Orb tie-dye, the Whiskey Throttle tie-dye. We got the Rap Star, our first shop shirt is being pre-ordered right now. And of course, my favorite, the tribute to Lizzie from Rampage, our favorite, sexiest were lizard out there. That pre-order is available right now on brapstar.com. That link's down below. We're only going to do it for about another week. So if you want to grab one of those shirts, go ahead and get it now. And we're going to get all of those packed up and out and in your hands before I head out to Eureka Springs for the Blues Bikes and Barbecue. Anyway, we'll see y'all there. Can't wait to hang out, drink some beers with you guys in Arkansas. And until next time, y'all, do it.
Crashing through the sky comes a fearful cry. Shade tree, army. Shade tree, army. Armies of the night, evil taking flight. Shade tree, army. Shade tree, army. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Panic spreading far and wide. Can the world oppose the deadliest of foes? Shade tree, army. Shade tree, army. Who will risk it all to end the evil call of Shade Tree, army. Shade Tree, army. They never give up, they never say die, walking tall with banners high. Shade Tree Army, a ruthless gang of scum, villains, freaks, and bikers determined to rule the world.